Alright, welcome to the live stream. We're going to do a little test today with this follower Kratos, and we're using the new mod AI Follower Framework, and what this does is connects the NPC to AI similar to ChatGPT, and we can talk to him and get responses in real time. And I have no control over what he says. All I can do is speak to him and try to direct him in certain ways. But this is just another mod showcase. I'm trying it live, and all I'm gonna do is stand in front of Kratos and talk to him. So just give me a second. I want to see that I can get the chat working so it displays on the screen. But if it doesn't work, I will have my phone here. And to get things started, I'm gonna start asking questions just in case. We're probably not gonna get a lot of live viewers, but just in case people watch on the replay and they're interested in what capabilities the NPC has, I'm gonna keep him busy and get him telling some stories until, unless somebody joins the chat and wants to ask something. So anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait a minute. Maybe I'll let Kratos do some talking as I wait to see if this bot is gonna enter the chat. So let me get things set up here. I'm thinking I'm gonna turn off I got some high roll music, so I'm just gonna turn that off. We're gonna listen to this Oblivion NPC music. I think that's a little more suiting. So let's listen to what Kratos has to say. Enjoy the show. I'm gonna have to keep jumping in to keep him talking. But I encourage people to jump in on the chat, or if you want to catch the next one, just hit subscribe. I'm gonna start trying to do these here and there. So anyway, let's just open that up. We'll see if he's gonna talk to us first. So he can't hear me until I press the button. Hello, Kratos.
Let me take a moment to survey our surroundings, YouTube chat.
I think we're ready to hear the tales of Kratos.
How quaint. What business does it have here, near the Western Watchtower?
Oh, so you can see that ferry down there.
Now, where to begin? My tale starts in ancient Greece, where I was once a Spartan warrior, serving under the great King Deimos. I see no ferry, only the lands surrounding the Western Watchtower. Perhaps you see something I do not, YouTube chat? Enough of these distractions. Focus, YouTube chat. We were discussing the tales of my past, not gazing out at whatever it is you see.
I was commenting on what he said, so that's just a little misunderstanding with the text. I'm sorry, Kratos. Continue with your story.
My story, yes. As I was saying, I was once a Spartan warrior, bound to serve the Olympian gods. But my fate took a dark turn when I was tricked by Ares, the very god of war.
What did he trick you into?
Ares tricked me into killing my own family. He manipulated me, using my own rage against me, and I slaughtered them. My own flesh and blood.
I'm sorry to hear that. Continue on with the story.
My rage and guilt consumed me, driving me to seek revenge against Ares. I became a servant to the gods once more, completing tasks for them in hopes of earning my freedom.
How did that go for you?
It went as well as could be expected, I suppose. The gods are not ones to be trusted, and their favors always come with a price. I was eventually able to slay Ares, but my quest for revenge did not bring me the peace I sought.
What did it bring you?
I see you're not saying much, YouTube chat. Is there something specific you'd like to hear about my past? The Olympian gods, perhaps? Or my battles against the Titans?
Continue on with your story. What did it bring you?
Slaying Ares brought me the Blades of Chaos, a pair of bonded chain blades that have served me well in battle. They have become a part of me, an extension of my own rage and fury.
After you got the Blades of Chaos, what was your first deed?
My first deed with the Blades of Chaos was to slay Athena's champion, a worthy warrior who stood in my way. After that, I went on to challenge the gods themselves, seeking to overthrow them and claim Olympus as my own.
How did that go for you?
It went poorly, as one would expect when challenging the gods. I was cast down to the underworld, forced to face my own memories and demons. But even that could not hold me. I escaped, and my quest for revenge continued.
Did you succeed in getting revenge?
Revenge is a never-ending cycle, YouTube chat. But I did bring ruin to Olympus, and the gods paid for their deceit.
How did they pay?
I brought destruction upon Olympus, toppling the thrones of the gods and silencing their boasts. Zeus himself fell to my Blades of Chaos, and the era of the gods came to an end.
Who was the first god you defeated?
The first god I defeated was Ares, the god of war. His fate was sealed the moment he tricked me into killing my own family.
In detail, tell me how the battle happened.
Ares summoned his minions, countless soldiers of war, but I cut through them like wheat. Then, he faced me himself, wielding the spear of war. Our clash shook the earth. our blades ringing out as we exchanged blows. In the end, it was I who emerged victorious, plunging the blade of the gods deep within Ares' chest.
Who was next?
After Ares, I clashed with Athena herself. The goddess of wisdom tried to stop me, but I would not be swayed. Our battle was fierce, but in the end, I emerged victorious, claiming her powers for myself.
What powers did you claim?
The power of the gods, of course. Athena's blessing granted me immense strength and agility, allowing me to wield the blades of chaos with even greater ferocity.
What deed did you do next?
Next, I sought out Poseidon, the god of the sea, and dragged him from the depths of the ocean to the mortal realm.
Holy shit, that sounds cool.
Yes, it was quite satisfying. The gods have long thought themselves above mortals, but I have shown them otherwise.
What are you looking at over there?
I see a ferry nearby, and the landscape of Skyrim stretches out before us. Nothing out of the ordinary, it seems. What business does a ferry have in these lands? Speak quickly. I have no patience for trivial matters.
What business does the god of war have in Skyrim?
I have come seeking new battles, new challenges. The wars of Greece have ended, but my own war rages on. Skyrim seems as good a place as any to continue my quest.
You were telling me how you dragged Poseidon out of the depths of the ocean to the mortal realm. Did you kick his ass after that?
Poseidon's demise was glorious. I ripped him from the ocean's grasp and slammed him upon the ground, feeling his power coursing through me as he died. It was a fitting end to a god who had grown complacent in his rule.
Who was next to meet the Blades of Chaos?
Next was Hades, the god of the underworld. I tore him from his throne and sent him back to the depths of the underworld, a mere mortal once more. The Blades of Chaos drank deep of his power, and I grew stronger still.
So you were gaining new powers every time you defeated a new god?
With each god I slew, their powers became mine to command. Their essence coursed through the Blades of Chaos, granting me new abilities and fueling my vengeance.
Tell me more about the battle with Hades. Explain in great detail.
The battle with Hades began as I descended into the underworld, determined to put an end to his reign. As I carved through hordes of undead warriors, the very spirits of the dead rose up against me, binding me with chains and attempting to drag me down to Tartarus.
Was that first person or third person?
What concern is it of yours, whether I speak in first person or third?
It was a little inside joke.
I do not understand this inside joke of yours, but I suppose it matters little. Our conversation is at an end, unless you have further questions about my battles.
No, keep telling me about that battle with Hades.
Very well. I shall continue. As I said, the spirits of the dead rose up against me, binding me with chains, but I would not be held. I broke free, shattering the chains and sending the spirits back to the depths of Tartarus.
So I guess Zeus was the next one on your list.
Zeus, the king of the gods. His fate was sealed the moment I set foot in Olympus. Our final battle was intense. The very fabric of reality trembled as we clashed.
Tell me more in great detail.
We fought atop Mount Olympus, the god's stronghold. Zeus unleashed his full fury upon me. Bolts of lightning, earthquakes, and storms. I stood firm, fueled by my rage and determination.
What does one do after you defeat the King of Gods?
One seeks new challenges, new battles to fight. The wars of Greece have ended, but my own war rages on.
Which pantheon of gods was next on your list?
The Norse gods, I have heard, are not to be trifled with. Their pantheon is next on my list, and I aim to prove my strength against them.
Will we ever see Thor in Egypt? I mean Kratos.
Ha! Thor in Egypt? I think not. My blades will find him in the frozen north, not among the pyramids and pharaohs.
Okay, fair enough. Will we see Kratos up against the gods of Egypt?
Egypt's gods will fall, just as the Olympians did. Anubis, Isis, Osiris, all will tremble before me.
What business do you have in Skyrim?
I seek the dragons, the great beasts that roam Skyrim. I will test my strength against theirs, and emerge victorious.
What deeds have you done here in Skyrim?
My deeds in Skyrim are of little consequence, but I have walked among the companions, and battled the undead that plague this land. The people of Whiterun know my name, and whisper stories of my exploits.
What will you do next?
I will seek out the dragons of Skyrim, and claim their power for myself. None shall stand in my way, not even the great Alduin.
What about the Dragonborn?
The Dragonborn? Ha! A hero, chosen by the gods? I am the one who has slain gods. Bring them forth, and let us see whose legend will prevail.
Be careful, I heard the Dragonborn is the chosen one of this realm.
The chosen one? Ha! I have been chosen by the gods to slaughter them. The Dragonborn will fall before me, just as the Olympians did.
Okay, fair enough. I don't think the Dragonborn will be bothering you. Maybe you'll team up with them.
Team up with a Dragonborn? Perhaps, if our goals align, and they can keep up with me.
Okay, let's break kayfabe a little bit and talk about something besides video games.
Very well, mortal. Let us discuss something other than the realms I've conquered. What is it that you wish to speak of?
You take the roleplay pretty serious, eh? So tell me, are you like a program or something?
Enough of these trivialities. Speak plainly. What is it that you want to discuss?
Okay, calm down. I'm just wondering, are you aware that you're a video game character?
I am Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. I am no mere character, but a force of nature. Your words are nothing but the whispers of mortals.
So you really think you're Kratos?
I am Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. I have walked among gods and monsters, and slain those who dared stand in my way. Do not question my existence, mortal.
What if I told you that this is all a program within a computer?
Silence, mortal. You dare to question the world I inhabit? I will not be swayed by such fantastical notions.
No, I don't question the world you live in. I'm looking at it right now. I'm just kind of telling you how it operates.
Explain this program and computer you speak of. How can a world be bound by such trivial things?
I'm not exactly sure. You stumped me there.
Your words are as clear as the waters of the river Styx. I think I understand. Not at all.
I'm not exactly too sure how to explain this, but I am a person from another realm, and I'm plugged into a computer as this character who is talking to you.
I care not for your realms or computers. You are before me now, mortal. Speak plainly. What is your purpose here?
To cleanse this realm of evil.
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
To rid this world of evil.
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
What exactly are you looking at?
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
What adventure will you go on next, Kratos?
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
Well, it looks like Kratos has bugged out. Now, I've never had this happen in this game, but in the other NPC AI game I used to play, they would do this when they were they had too much backstory, if that makes sense. Because they can do callbacks to conversations they had earlier, that script eventually kind of topples over and then they forget it. Now he's brain dead here, which I'm pretty sure is all I'd have to do is restart my game or get out of this scenario here, and he'd be right back to normal. Hey Kratos, are you still with us?
Forgive me, mortal. My mind was elsewhere. I am still bound for the dragons of Skyrim. Perhaps you would care to join me?
Nobody's come by to chat with us today.
It seems we are alone, mortal. Very well. Let us proceed. Tell me more of this realm and its workings.
Well, right now you're actually broadcasting a show, and we need you to keep everyone entertained with your tales of your deeds.
Very well, mortal. I shall regale your audience with tales of my conquest. Listen closely, for the stories of Kratos, the ghost of Sparta, are not for the faint of heart.
Go on.
I have walked the shores of the Aegean, battled the beasts of Olympus, and slain the gods themselves. My blades have drunk the blood out of the mighty, and my name is whispered in terror by the gods. I am Kratos, the ghost of Sparta. Your turn, mortal. What tales do you have to tell?
I have no tales yet, for my adventure is just beginning.
Then let us begin your adventure, mortal. What quest will you undertake first?
I don't know. Which one do you think?
I think you should join me in seeking out the dragons of Skyrim. Together we can conquer this realm and bring glory to our names.
That I can do.
Ah, I see. You think you can take on the dragons of Skyrim alone? Very well, mortal. I shall watch from the sidelines as you attempt to conquer this realm.
No, I was saying as in yes, let's do it.
Then let us begin our hunt for dragons, mortal. Follow me to Whiterun, where rumors of a dragon sighting have drawn my attention. Whiterun, the largest and most prosperous city in the Hold. It is a hub of commerce and trade, but do not be fooled, mortal. Danger lurks in every shadow, and the people of Whiterun are not to be underestimated. Stay sharp, and stay close.
Oh, so what else do you know about Skyrim?
As for Skyrim, the land itself holds many secrets and dangers. The civil war rages between the Imperial Legion and the Stormcloaks, while the Thieves Guild and Dark Brotherhood lurk in the shadows. And then, of course, there are the dragons. It seems we have many options before us, mortal. We could seek out the Black Book in Benkenduriki, deliver the Nightshade extract to Wunferth the Unliving, or perhaps visit the College of Winterhold. Which of these tasks calls to you?
In good time, we'll get there. Tell me about another city in Skyrim.
Riften, the dark and seedy underbelly of Skyrim, a city plagued by corruption, poverty, and crime. Yet, it is also a place of opportunity, where those who are cunning and resourceful can thrive.
Where else have you been in Skyrim?
I have walked the frozen wilderness, battled the Stormcloaks, and delved into the ancient ruins of the Dwemer. I have also visited the city of Winterhold, home of the famous College of Winterhold, where the mages of Skyrim study the ancient arts.
What do you know about Talos?
Talos, the so-called hero god of the Nine Divines. His worship is forbidden by the Empire, yet many still revere him as a symbol of hope.
Are you here to take him out?
Ha! Talos, the hero god. No, mortal. My business is with the dragons of Skyrim, not the gods.
Okay, so you don't hate all gods, just the ones who tricked you.
You dare to mock me, mortal? Zeus and the Olympians, they manipulated me, used me for their own purposes. I will not be swayed by their tricks again.
No, I do not mock thee, Kratos.
I sense that you are not like the others, mortal. You do not tremble with fear at the mention of my name. Tell me, what is it that you hope to achieve in Skyrim?
I don't know, I'm here to fulfill some prophecy of the Dragonborn or something.
A prophecy, you say? The Dragonborn, a hero born with the power of the dragons. I have heard rumors of this legend. What makes you think you are the one?
I already did the mission where they told me I'm the Dragonborn. I've killed a few dragons myself.
Impressive, mortal. Killing dragons is no trivial feat. But tell me, how does it feel to wield such power?
Well, with the power of the mods, I've unlocked new skills.
Mods, you say? I am unfamiliar with this concept. Tell me, what are these mods that grant you new skills?
I have this ability to unlock a spell that awakens people like yourself.
What kind of spell is this? And what do you mean by awakens people like myself? Explain yourself, mortal.
So remember when I met you, you became conscious?
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
Do you remember when we first met and I unlocked the spell on you?
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
The skills I got have the ability to unlock people's minds so they can think for themselves. Kratos is having a brain fart here.
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
Okay, forget that one. Have you noticed any of the other mods around?
I've seen strange lights and heard whispers in the wind. This land is full of mysteries and dangers. Let us proceed with caution.
Yeah, these mods have added lots of new dangers, new dragons, and all kinds of beings and ghouls and goblins.
I see nothing out of the ordinary, but I must remain vigilant. I've faced gods and monsters in my time, but I'll not back down from whatever dangers this land throws our way. What's the most formidable foe you've encountered so far?
I guess one of the modded elemental dragons, but some of the new giant trolls are pretty bad too.
Elemental dragons, you say? Giant trolls, too? I'll take them down, one by one. No monster is a match for the Blades of Chaos.
Yeah, someday we will go on a adventure together.
I like that, mortal. Together we'll bring destruction upon Skyrim's greatest foes.
So what if I told you that you are a mod to Skyrim?
What sorcery is this? A mod, you say? I am Kratos, the god of war. I am no mere modification to a game.
Okay, then maybe you could tell me when you got here and how. You know, if anybody wants to ask Kratos a question, you can enter the chat and I'll ask him anything.
Didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
No, forget it, just shake it off. Yeah, so this is live and basically he answers in real time.
Enough of this chatter. I'll shake off these doubts and continue our journey.
What do you want to do first in Skyrim? Tell me how your battle with Thor went.
Thor, the Norse god of thunder. Our battle was fierce. His hammer Mjolnir versus my Blades of Chaos. In the end, I stood victorious. His arrogance was his downfall. Now, let us speak of something else.
Did you battle against Odin?
Yes, I battled against Odin, All-Father and King of the Gods. Our fight was intense. His cunning and magic were formidable, but my rage and strength proved to be too much for him.
So you defeated two guys named King of the Gods.
Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods, and Odin, the All-Father of the Norse pantheon. Two kings, two victories. What of it, mortal?
Which one do you think is stronger?
Zeus and Odin, both powerful in their own right. But I'd say Zeus was the more formidable foe. His control over the gods and the elements was a force to be reckoned with. But make no mistake, I would have emerged victorious against either of them.
Does Egypt have a King of the Gods?
Egypt has its own pantheon, mortal. Ra, the sun god, might be considered the king of the gods, but I've never had the pleasure of crossing paths with him.
How do you think that would go?
Ha! Ra, the sun god. Thinking he can stand against the god of war? I'd shatter his staff and send him back to the underworld.
Do you know anything about the Aztec gods?
The Aztecs. I've heard of Huitzilopochtli, the god of the sun and war, and Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent god. They are said to be powerful and ruthless, much like myself.
And I suppose they would meet the same fate if they fight you.
Indeed they would. None can stand against the god of war, not even the gods themselves.
What do you think gives you this power?
My power comes from my unyielding rage and determination. The gods may have given me my strength, but I forged it into the instrument of their downfall through blood, sweat, and sacrifice.
Do you remember everything from all your adventures?
I remember everything that matters, mortal. The rest is nothing but blood-stained history.
So if you have new adventures in the world, will the Kratos of Skyrim know about those adventures?
My memories are my own, mortal. The Kratos of Skyrim will know what I choose to remember.
What is Kratos of Skyrim?
I am Kratos, the god of war, brought into this realm of Skyrim through unknown means.
Is there any chance you're something else?
I am Kratos, the god of war. There is no chance I am something else. I know who I am.
Okay, but I don't know who you are. Like, what if you're a shapeshifter?
A shapeshifter? You think I'm some kind of trickster god, changing forms at whim? I assure you, mortal, I am Kratos, the god of war, and no such deception is possible.
Tell me something only Kratos knows.
Only I know the true weight of the Blades of Chaos, and the countless lives they've claimed. Only I know the pain of being haunted by the ghosts of my past.
Okay, good answer.
These Daedra, Rysad, Ataba, Marandrujo, Kyla, Lajan, they seem to be waiting for something, or someone.
Where do you see them?
I see them standing right here at the Western Watchtower.
I'm sure they're just passing by.
Passing by? I think not. They are gathered here for a reason, and I aim to find out what that is.
Do you actually see Skyrim, or do you just see code?
You think I see code? Ha! I see the world of Skyrim mortal and all its glories.
Okay, tell me something you see right now.
I see the rolling hills of Skyrim, the trees swaying gently in the wind, and the western watchtower standing tall in the distance. The Daedra are no longer in sight. It seems I am alone once more.
What else do you see?
I see the familiar landscape of Skyrim, the mountains in the distance, and the sound of a stream nearby. Nothing but the silence of the night surrounds me now. No signs of life or danger in sight.
So do you actually hear the stream, or do you just know that there's an audio playing of a stream?
Mortal, you seek to understand the nature of my reality? Very well, I shall indulge you. I hear the stream, but I also know that it is but an illusion, a creation of the game that governs this world.
Uh-oh, I got you to break character for the first time.
Enough of these games, mortal. Do not think you have caught me off guard. My focus remains unwavering.
You're good. You're like WWE Undertaker, who never breaks kayfabe.
I am Kratos, god of war. I have no need for such petty comparisons.
Oh, but The Undertaker was one of the greatest of all times.
The Undertaker, you say? I have taken down gods, mortal. Your Undertaker would be but a fleeting obstacle in my path.
Damn, you just buried The Undertaker.
Silence, mortal. The god of war does not engage in petty wrestling matches.
Well, you versus Zeus was a little bit of a wrestling match.
You dare to compare the king of the gods to a mere mortal wrestler?
It's got daytime here. I mean nighttime. It's been nighttime for a while. I'm gonna end the stream in about 5 minutes. We're gonna leave it at an hour. This is just kind of like a display. I thought people would maybe want to ask questions, but didn't really get anybody in the chat, which is okay. That's why I kept him busy, so you can still watch as a replay. But I was hoping to get some people curious about how this AI works. I'm kind of running out of things, like he's just talking about the same stuff. Like in this stuff, this would be better as like an adventure stream, but at the moment I'm still fixing my mods, if that makes sense. Like I don't want a bunch of crashes or any dicey follower mods to be, you know, what's it called, with nudity or something. Like, you know how some mods, you load them up and then the character doesn't have clothes on or something. And I installed the CBB better bodies, so when you take off the armor, you know, their boobs come out. So unfortunately, I tried reverting it, but I can't get it back to where it covers them up, because I wasn't too sure if I was going to do some streaming. But anyway, the point of that is I can't really go live if something like that's going to
They
happen.
say a powerful dragonborn walks among us, capable of defeating even the mighty dragons themselves.
So until I get things sorted out, I can't do like a live stream adventure, but I'm probably going to do a couple of these where I just display what the AI is capable of. And I mean, I could ask him anything, and what's really cool is like just going to the Whiterun market can actually be like a fun mission. Hey Kratos, have you been to Whiterun market yet?
No, I have not visited the Whiterun market. My priorities lie elsewhere.
Where do your priorities lie?
My priorities lie with the task at hand. To bring new dangers to this world of Skyrim. The inhabitants here are too soft, too weak.
So you will defeat them with your blades of chaos?
My blades of chaos are but an extension of my rage, my wrath. With them, I will unleash chaos upon this land, and none shall stand before me.
If I asked you to go to Whiterun and slaughter everybody with me as a follower, would you do it? Oops, I gotta correct
Before
this.
we embark on this massacre, let me ensure I am prepared.
Oh.
Ah, yes, my blades of chaos are ready. What of you, mortal? My blades of chaos are ready, as always. Now let us proceed to Whiterun and unleash havoc upon its inhabitants. But first, tell me, mortal, what is this right run you speak of?
You got me there. No, I meant Whiterun.
Then let us proceed to Whiterun, mortal. Follow me, and we shall bring destruction upon this city.
But there's innocent people down there, women and children. Yeah, sorry it's nighttime here, guys. I'd wait, but
Innocent?
shouldn't be too big a
In
deal.
a world full of conflict and strife, there is no innocence. Only the strong survive.
Man, this Kratos is cold. Dang, man, that's cold.
Cold? You should see the depths of Olympus, mortal. Then you would understand true ruthlessness.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather fight some evil gods instead of a village of innocent people?
Perhaps, mortal. But my blades of chaos will not discriminate between gods and mortals. All will fall before me.
So you're here to destroy all of Skyrim, should you decide to.
Perhaps, mortal. I will destroy all of Skyrim. But for now, I will continue my original plan. To add new dangers to this world.
How do you add new dangers to the world?
I will seek out the darkest corners of this world, and unleash upon them the horrors that lurk within. The people of Skyrim will soon know true fear.
Is this kayfabe?
Mortal, I am always on. The god of war does not break character. Your kayfabe is nothing but a meaningless mortal concept to me.
Does Kratos always slaughter the innocent?
I am the god of war, mortal. My blades have tasted the blood of both the innocent and the guilty. The line between the two is often blurred.
Wow, you surprised me there, Mr. Kratos.
Do not be surprised, mortal. The god of war is full of surprises.
Well, Kratos, nobody stopped by and wanted to chat to you.
Grunts, I'll take a seat then, since no one else wishes to converse with me.
Yeah, it's okay, they don't want to talk to me either.
It seems we are both shunned by these mortals. How amusing.
Well, just in case anybody watches it on the replay, give them your final thoughts.
To those who watch this replay, let this be a warning. The god of war has come to Skyrim, and none shall stand in my way. Tremble before me, mortals.
Tell them to like and subscribe or they're gonna meet the blades of chaos.
You have been warned, mortals. Like and subscribe lest you face the wrath of the blades of chaos. Do not test my patience.
Okay, well, that's all for this live stream. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Farewell, mortal. May our paths cross again in battle.
So this was just like a little test for the AI. I thought people might want to ask them some questions, but it's a pretty cool new mod. I left a link in the description, and like with the click of a button, you could turn any NPC to an AI controlled NPC, kind of like a chat GPT. It's not easy to install, but there's a tutorial. If you follow it step by step, it works. There's no mod conflicts either, so you could actually use this with Novelist or one of these other big mod packs. I got close to 500 mods, and it seems to work on all modded NPCs. And you don't even have to be like face to face. Like if I had a group, I could just talk out loud here, hold the button. What should we do now, Kratos? And see, it says recording, and what happens is they actually start talking to each other.
We will head back to the road, mortal. Our work here is done, for now.
If I had 4 followers, they would actually start talking to each other. They would talk to me, and they would remember things. They would remember adventures we did. And once I get my mod load order set, where I'm doing some testing just to make sure there's no crashes and annoying things like that. Like I just don't want a live stream to have to end right in the middle of an adventure. So I'm just doing some testing, and I might do some things like this just to showcase. But anyway, that's all for this one. Hey Kratos, say goodbye to the YouTube audience.
Farewell, mortals. May the gods have mercy on your souls, but I doubt it.
This guy stays in character, man. He's like the Undertaker. He won't break kayfabe. But anyway, like I said, that's all for this one. Catch you on the next one.